Okay, so today was my first ever weightlifting meet, and it did not go as I actually wanted. 2 days prior, I was able to bench 185 pounds, right? I'm 125 pounds. I benched over 60 pounds over my body weight, top tier W alpha male, right? I go to the bar, I get under the bar. My first set or my first rep was trying to do 155. Boom, done, out of the way, right? I was getting a little bit cocky. I went up to 175. I didn't even try 165. I didn't try 160. Boom, 175. I thought I could do it because 2 days ago I did 185 pounds. I failed that rep. I went up, I got on the bar, and then I was holding my breath so I couldn't exhale, and I couldn't get the rep. Right after that, my mind just switched into fight or flight, and all of my negative thoughts started spiraling out of control. I started to think way harder about myself. My mind was in anxiety. I was just overthinking, like, what? I can do 185 2 days ago. What happened? What did I do? And my coach could literally tell. He was sitting like he was sitting like multiple, maybe 20, 30 feet away. He signaled for me to go over to the benches. He said, it's okay, just relax. Just try again. It doesn't matter. You already got your first one in the books. And hey, you did good. Try again. So I got cocky again and I tried to do 185 because I thought I can do 185 because I did it 2 days ago. I tried it again. I failed. Not to mention how I failed in spotting my friend. So when you're in bench at a weightlifting competition, so you have to get up, you have to bring the bar up from the rack. And the person who's like judging has to say down and then pause and then press up. My friend, he pressed up too soon before the judge can say press, and I racked too soon before she can even say rack. So that made my not my mental health, but that made my anxiety spike up because I've already failed something. I failed helping my friend. So, and that was on bench, and I was just, that already signaled my mind to be like, okay, something's wrong. So I benched 155, I couldn't bench 175, and I couldn't bench 185. Not to mention how I did not know how to do clean and jerk properly. I did not freaking know how to do that right. So for clean and jerk, you usually have to go, let's see if I can do this right. So you have the bar here, right? So you go up. You have to shrug your shoulders, hold the bar. I don't even know how to do it right, bro. So shrug, and then go under, have your elbows like this, go up, like that. I don't know how to do that right, because we never properly learned to clean and jerk with the right form and everything. And sure, I can blame it on the coach, but no, that's my fault for not watching more videos on YouTube and shit. So I was already stressed out about not being able to do the clean and jerk. And I was more stressed out that I couldn't bench 175, and I psyched myself out so I couldn't bench 185. Things were going so bad. But then, I could give you all this superficial advice, but I tried that advice and it barely really worked honestly. Yes, it helped mended the pain, but it never fixed it. Want to know the real way to get past failure? Give it time. I made a video a few days ago about how I deal with failure, and I tried to follow those steps, and yes, they absolutely helped. But what I actually realized today from failing my weightlifting competition, this was my first one ever. I never did anything like this before. I've never been in a team sport. I've never done anything competitive. Well, I've never done a weightlifting competitive because I've always just been training for hypertrophy, so this was brand new. Not only that, but when you give yourself time to think, it gives perspective to things. So let's say maybe you fail a test. After a few hours, it doesn't feel bad anymore. It doesn't suck. Sure, you're like, okay, I could have done better on this and this and this. But after time, you start to think things more logically. And in the moment, you think with your emotions. Whether you think you're the most stoic person in the world or not, you think with your emotions more than if you just let time go on, right? So what I would actually recommend is once you fail, give it time. After maybe an hour, think back of what you could have done better. Think back to what you could have done differently. After I got home, took a shower, ate something, I sat down on my phone and I started writing down what I could have done better. So maybe I didn't warm up good enough for bench, right? I was too cocky, so I benched too high for my level. And a few other reasons why. For jerk press, I didn't learn the correct form, which I need to learn, and I didn't know what exactly to do. And plus, this was my first experience in a weightlifting competition, so I was kind of stressed out, and I was nervous, and had all these thoughts running through my head. But what you need to realize about failure is that yes, it freaking sucks, but the more time you give the failure to last, or the more time afterward you think, you can recall back to what you did wrong, and then you can learn what you could do better next time and try to implement what you learned. So let's say I didn't stretch enough, right? I didn't warm up my chest enough for bench. Next time, next competition in 2 weeks, I'm going to do more push-ups. I'm going to do more warm-up sprints. I'm going to do more stretches just so I can have more power with bench. Also, I wasn't breathing right. When you bench, you're supposed to retract your back, breathe in, bench, hold it. I held my breath when I was trying to go up, so next time I'm going to breathe. What you need to learn is that the more time, I'm trying to drill this into your head, the more time you give time to think about what you did wrong, the more you can think logically. And once you start to think logically, you can learn what not to do and make sure not to make those same mistakes again. Just do that, and your life will be 10 times better. And anytime you fail, it will hurt for the first 30 minutes. You will start to feel like kind of low-key depressed. But just give it time, and everything will sort out. And I know that feeling because I literally just went through it like 3 hours ago. Alright, if this video helped you in your way, please like, subscribe, so I get to my 5,000 subscribers by summer goal, so I can help more young men just like you. To the hard work now, settle later, is always my life.